बातों को 8 साल से संघर्ष कर रहे हैं हम लोग। तो इसको इस्तेमाल करके दिल्ली के हर काम को रोका गया। एक तरह से मेरे दोनों हाथ बांध दिए गए पीछे और मुझे नदी में फेंक दिया गया कि अब तैरो।
With this Supreme Court verdict, the Delhi government has become the real masters of the civil servants in the city-state, ending a long-standing spat between the elected government and the centre. With Sanjay Sharma and Anisha Mathur, Bureau Report, India Today.
So what really does today's Supreme Court verdict mean in the functioning of the national capital? Let's get you the 5 big takeaways from the unanimous verdict from the top court today. First is, of course, that the Delhi government gets power to appoint as well as transfer officers. The second big takeaway, as far as the central powers in the national capital in the Union Territory is concerned, is that the centre has control over land, over public order as well as police, and that's been clearly demarcated by the centre. But here's another big takeaway from the Supreme Court order. It is that the Lieutenant Governor is bound by the Delhi government's decision on services. So any decision that the government takes, the LG is bound to give his nod to. Now beyond that, also what the Supreme Court has said is that governance is a key factor with the elected Delhi government, and also has said that any other democratically elected state government, in the case of the national capital, in the case of Delhi too, the governance and administration remains with the state government. So that's takeaway number 5 for you. These are essentially the big takeaways from the Supreme Court verdict, and what will really seem like at the national level remains to be seen as far as politics is concerned. Let me take this across also to Preeti Chaudhary, who's joining me live here in the newsroom. Preeti, do you think, and I think this is the question most Delhiites will ask, do you think this finally puts an end to the ugly chapter of the, showdown, the war of words between the Delhi and the central government over several decisions?
Well, no, I don't think that's happened. But what has happened is, at least for now, the Aam Aadmi Party and Arvind Kejriwal can claim victory. Why do I say that, Akshita? Because it's an 8-year fight. It was way back in 2015 when, the government, through an amendment by the MHA, had amended the constitution to suggest, because already if you look at where the Delhi government stands, land, public order, police are, 3 aspects that it doesn't control. That comes under the centre. As per the 2015 MHA order, that was tweaked, and, public services, which is transfers, where you talk about the bureaucracy, that would also come under the centre, which is report to the governor. Now, lots of ups and downs through High Court, Supreme Court. Ultimately, one thing has been settled, that services, which is transfer, and the bureaucracy now falls under Arvind Kejriwal. So a lot of files that have gotten pushed around over the last 8 years under the pretext that the matter is still sub judice. That is what the governor says. Correct. And many a times, just about last week as well, the governor himself took 3 meetings of bureaucrats in Delhi, which of course were opposed by the Delhi government. So all of that is settled right now, because the bureaucracy in terms of services now reports to Arvind Kejriwal. Having said that, it's not, that the Delhi cabinet will function like any other state, because still what is, maintained is police, public order and land will be under the LG.
Yes.
Right.
So let's see how that plays out. Thanks very much, Preeti, for joining us. What's very clear from what Preeti told us is that there are several issues and showdowns, face-offs between the centre and the Delhi government. It remains unresolved even now. Right now, yes, AAP can claim a big victory. They can celebrate it, but there is a lot more that they will fight it out for in the national capital. So let's run you through some of those issues, the contentions that we've been seeing between the Delhi government and the central government. Most recently, the issue that we saw was over the appointment of aldermen. AAP accused the Lieutenant Governor of bypassing the government. This was in January, and going ahead and appointing these aldermen when the government is supposed to be consulted. Another issue was the removal of government nominees. This was a big controversy over power discoms. The LG accused the AAP government of going ahead and nominating their favourites, and thereby there's been an investigation ordered in that. The free power scheme, again, the Lieutenant Governor intervened, saying there's something that's things not right. There are irregularities and thereby has ordered a probe against AAP. The Aam Aadmi Party has cried foul, saying this is a political witch hunt. Now, there was also another scheme by which additional classrooms were built in schools. The Lieutenant Governor pulled up the Chief Secretary, saying that I need a report on the investigation, alleging that the investigation into the scheme itself was delayed. Now, let's get to also another big showdown, the procurement of buses in the national capital, DTC buses. The Lieutenant Governor again has said that this has loopholes and thereby has ordered a CBI investigation into this particular scam as well. So it's very clear that while this victory has come for the Aam Aadmi Party, there are several other issues also that need to be addressed. Now, I mentioned at the beginning of this broadcast that today we've seen two big verdicts from the Supreme Court. The other one was in the state of Maharashtra, where we've been seeing that ugly Sena versus Sena battle playing out. Well, today the Supreme Court in its verdict made some very, very harsh observations about how the Speaker functioned, about how the Governor functioned. All right, we're cutting across live right now to what's happening in Pakistan. Updates coming in right now from the Pakistan Supreme Court. We're getting you updates that Imran Khan, the former Pakistan Prime Minister, has finally turned up at the Supreme Court, has finally been taken to the Supreme Court. Remember, PTI leaders for the last 1.5 hours have been questioning, where is Imran Khan? This after the Pakistan Chief Justice had said that Imran Khan must be produced in less than an hour. That was about 4:30 in the evening. Since then, there was no hint of exactly where Imran Khan was. Now, we're getting in information that Imran Khan has been brought into the Supreme Court from the judge's entrance gate. He's going to be produced before Court 1. 3-judge bench currently headed by the Chief Justice of Pakistan is waiting for Imran Khan to appear. This is a big, big day, and today, now in a few moments from now, we're expecting to hear from the top court of Pakistan on whether Imran Khan will remain in custody or whether he'll get bail. The Supreme Court of Pakistan has been hearing the manner in which Imran Khan's arrest took place, whether it's warranted or not, whether it was valid for him to be arrested from the Islamabad High Court when he was produced in a completely different case, when he was appearing in a different case and then was taken into custody in a land grab case. And there have been questions about the circumstances of that arrest. It's on this that the Pakistan Supreme Court will rule. So we're expecting in moments from now, Imran Khan will appear, will be taken into the courtroom in the Supreme Court, and then we will have a decision as well. Remember, this comes at a time when Imran Khan's supporters and several others have been alleging that Imran Khan is being ill-treated in custody, that he is being tortured, he's being hurt and humiliated by the NAB, the National Accountability Bureau, in whose custody Imran Khan currently is. These are images that we're getting to you right now from the Pakistan Supreme Court. We're hearing from the judge's entrance gate that Imran Khan was taken in. He's currently in the court, but yet to be taken into the courtroom, where a 3-judge bench, including the Pakistan Chief Justice, awaits his appearance. So in minutes from now, we're expecting some clarity on which way the Supreme Court of Pakistan will rule. Will they provide relief for Imran Khan? Is his release imminent? Or will they say that the arrest warrant and the manner of his arrest was very much valid? 3 days he's been now in custody, and remember that the National Accountability Bureau has gotten custody for 8 days in all. While this issue came up in the Islamabad High Court earlier, now it's before the Supreme Court of Pakistan. So Imran Khan has now reached the top court. This at a time when PTI supporters have been questioning where Imran Khan is. What explains the delay in bringing him to the courtroom when the judge very clearly said, I want him here in less than 1 hour. It's taken nearly 2 hours for Imran Khan to appear there in the Pakistan Supreme Court. Now, this comes at a time when we've been seeing violence, unprecedented violence at that. The Supreme Court has also sought a statement from Imran Khan when he appears in court. The Chief Justice has sought that Imran Khan issues a statement and appeal to PTI supporters, asking them to stop the violence that we've been witnessing on the streets of Pakistan, the mayhem that we've been witnessing for the last many, many days. The leadership of PTI reportedly has also issued an instruction that none of their workers should really approach the Supreme Court. Many of them rather emotional, resorting to violence, arson, rioting in Pakistan would attempt naturally to go into the Supreme Court to kind of bombard the building. PTI has given clear instructions appealing to their workers not to do that. The Chief Justice of Pakistan, in fact, has been very, very harsh on some of the observations he's made, saying we will not tolerate arrest from the court in any case. We will issue an appropriate order. We will not let Pakistan become a prison. Hamza Amir is joining us with more details on this. Hamza, Imran Khan has finally been produced, we're being told, in the Supreme Court. Can you get us the latest updates? What led to this delay also? He was supposed to be there in less than an hour.
Yes, in fact, this is the question that everyone kept asking because it took over 2 hours for Imran Khan to complete a driveway. Sealed off, the whole route was sealed off, yet it should have taken around 15 minutes for him to reach to the Supreme Court, yet it took over 2 hours. And the security situation, as we've been told through sources, that the security was being ensured around the diplomatic enclave and also around the red zone area, the Supreme Court, because they wanted to make sure that when Imran Khan comes, none of his party supporters or mobsters, or even for that matter, the party leaders would be present and would try to enter into the court. Even as we speak, Imran Khan, when he was brought just a little while back to the Supreme Court, he was brought in from the entrance from where the judges of the Supreme Court, the chief justices of the Supreme Court, basically used to enter into the court premises. He was not brought from the main gate of the Supreme Court, which was being expected by many, that he would be brought and people would be able to see the first sight of Imran Khan after 48 hours. That also did not happen. But however, the court has waited, and right now the additional attorney general also is in the court, and now Imran Khan is in the court, so the proceedings are going to start, and it is expected, or at least it's being very, very closely seen, that what the court actual decision comes
Hamza,
out
I'm just going to come back to you. Stay with us. Hamza, stay with us. The update coming in is that Imran Khan has now officially been produced in the courtroom, in court number 1, where there's tight security. The Chief Justice is present there. It's a 3-judge bench that's hearing this case. Gaurav Sawant is also with me. Gaurav, what's going to be decided in the next few moments in the hearing? Will there be a decision whether Imran Khan can actually walk out today a free man?
Well, that's what Chief Justice Umar Ata Bandial, the Chief Justice of Pakistan, he said that a short while back. He said that there will be a verdict. Now, the words that have been used by the Chief Justice of Pakistan are very strong against Imran Khan's arrest, the manner in which Imran Khan was arrested and the manner in which he's been detained. Imran Khan's lawyer, he's contended that Imran Khan has been tortured in custody. There are injury marks below his eye. There are injury marks on the temple of his forehead. And there are injury marks on other parts of his body. This the Chief Justice hasn't taken very kindly. But if I may, Pakistan, even the judiciary is divided, and the Chief Justice of Pakistan is considered to be very close to Imran Khan, virtually family friends. So that's why, of course, there are 2 brother judges also on this bench. So it remains to be seen what verdict comes out and what is the government's argument. Because you heard the Prime Minister of Pakistan, Shahbaz Sharif, who says this is an open and shut corruption case. NAB is investigating. Due process of law must be followed, and Imran Khan must submit himself before the majesty of the judiciary.
You know, there was a question asked in the court, how many summons have been issued to Imran Khan? To which the NAB said 1 summon. And there too they face criticism. Whichever way this goes, and if there is relief granted to Imran Khan, do you think, Gaurav, that this is a slap in the face and a huge embarrassment for the Pakistan government and for the Pakistan army, but especially the manner of the arrest?
So this is now a fight to the finish. Pakistan is not a democracy. Pakistan is not a conventional democracy. Pakistan is a hybrid state where you may have a civilian leadership, but it's the army that rules the country. Imran Khan has challenged the supremacy of the Pakistan army. He's not only abused top army generals, he has named them. For example, the DG of ISI's internal security, General Faisal Nasir, he's named a brigadier and he's repeatedly abused them. So the army will not take it kindly. That's point 1. Point 2, the Lakshman Rekha, if I may, was crossed when the Corps Commander's house was torched, when GHQ was targeted, when Pakistan army men are being slapped on the streets of Pakistan, when they're being called dogs of the United States of America, when their messes and the Miawali airbase was targeted. So if the army does not restore its honor, its supremacy, the Pakistan army will be worse than a border guarding force as far as Pakistan is concerned, and they will not permit it. As analysts argue, Pakistan army is a womb to tomb organization. You have to rule. You ride a tiger, you'll end up in its belly or you continue riding. So only one will survive in Pakistan, either the army or Imran Khan from this point on.
Interesting perspective, and I want to bring in Hamza on this as well. Hamza, the updates we're picking up is that the hearing has now begun in courtroom number 1 in the Pakistan Supreme Court. Imran Khan is there, the IG Islamabad is there. This is a 3-judge bench headed, of course, by the Chief Justice of Pakistan. Currently, the hearing is underway. The Chief Justice tells Imran Khan, it's good to see you. And I want you to remember the point that Gaurav made here about the Chief Justice being good friends, virtually family friends with Imran Khan. So the Chief Justice says it's good to see you. We don't know yet if Imran Khan has any injuries on his face or anything of the sort, because his lawyer, his legal team has been claiming that Imran has been tortured, has been hurt in custody in the last 3 days by officials who've kept him in custody. So, you know, the update coming in, Gaurav, and I'll keep reading out what's happening in the hearing. The Chief Justice has told Imran Khan, it's good to see you. But will we get pictures? Will we get a glimpse of Imran Khan? Will we get answers on whether he's actually been injured?
Well, Imran Khan has also taken this beyond a point of no return. He's actually, now it's beyond a point of no return. Imran Khan, hours before he was arrested, a video was released in which it was said, Imran Khan was said, this is the time to wage jihad for Azadi. And that jihad has manifested itself in the form of Imran Khan supporters, stealing mutton korma and strawberry from the house from the house of the Lahore Corps commander and setting that historic Jinnah house on fire. This is the jihad that they're waging. It's a very dangerous jihad. Schools have been set on fire in Deer.
You know, the Chief Justice is making a mention of what you're talking about, Gaurav. He's saying we want peace in the country. Incidents of violence are happening after the arrest. I sense that the Chief Justice is going to be telling Imran Khan to issue an appeal to PTI workers.
You know, while he will, and Imran Khan has issued an appeal for peace, but again, they're speaking with a forked tongue. Imran Khan appeals for peace and says don't come to Supreme Court. His party cadre are actually issuing WhatsApp messages asking all their cadre and supporters to rush to Islamabad in the next 24 hours. When all of them rush to Islamabad in the next 24 hours, Pakistan is actually sitting on a ticking time bomb.
And Imran Khan will want this in a way because it's showing off the kind of support, the solidarity that he has.
In the short run, yes. In the long run, Pakistan army is all powerful. Remember, Pakistan is a country where General Ziaul Haq, who was all powerful military dictator, was killed very mysteriously in a plane crash. Musharraf, there was an attempt on Musharraf's life. There was an attempt, Benazir Bhutto was assassinated, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto was hanged. So this is a country where whatever happens, the army rules. The army will still rule. If Imran Khan rules and the army doesn't, then the army will end up being home guard, and no army will accept being home guard of Pakistan. So Imran Khan, they can dispense with Imran Khan, they cannot dispense with Pakistan army. If history is to be made, Imran Khan will survive. If not, then Imran Khan will perhaps either be lucky enough and to be exiled like Mian Nawaz Sharif, or assassinated like Benazir Bhutto. I don't see a third option in the long run. In the short run, he may come out. But army has to rule Pakistan. That's the way Pakistan is wired.
So you're saying essentially there's no good outcome out of all this for Imran Khan. Based on the, based on history at least, it doesn't look good for Imran either way, even if he's out on bail today. Let me just tell you right now what's happening in the Pakistan Supreme Court. As I mentioned, the Chief Justice, the first thing he told Imran Khan is he said, it's good to see you. But then the Chief Justice has gone on to talk about what's happening right now in the last 3 days in Pakistan, saying we want peace in the country. There are incidents of violence that are happening after your arrest, referring to Imran Khan. He also says it's being talked about that your workers walked out in anger. We want to hear you tell us. You were present in the biometric room in the court on May 9th. So the court is seeking Imran Khan's version of events about exactly what happened when he was arrested, because there have been multiple claims, Gaurav, including that he was forcibly taken away, that he was manhandled, he was tortured by these Pakistani rangers. So Imran Khan is being given an option here, an opportunity to speak and say exactly what played out when he was in the Islamabad High Court.
So in the records room of Islamabad High Court, and now there are multiple videos where you can piece together what happened in that story. Imran Khan was getting his photograph taken, he was giving his fingerprints, and that's when the Pakistani Rangers came outside. Imran Khan supporters and his lawyer made a public statement that the door was shut from inside, so they broke open the window panes, they broke the door. Apparently, according to the lawyer, they hurled tear gas shells.
Imran Khan's arrest has been declared illegal. That's the big breaking news that's coming in right now. The Supreme Court has said the court wants you to condemn the riots in the country. The Supreme Court will give legal rights to every citizen. His arrest has been declared illegal. Gaurav, does that mean he walks out now?
Well, the verdict the court said, Chief Justice Bandyal said, would be made clear today. It remains to be seen. Even if the Chief Justice says that your arrest is illegal, will Imran Khan walk out? The government may not agree with the Chief Justice. Remember, it's Pakistan, and Maryam Aurangzeb is a federal minister. She warned the judiciary that if you let this man out, words to that effect. I'm not quoting it directly. Words to the effect that like the corps commander's house was burnt, what will you do when your house is burnt?
Yes, that was an open threat.
Yeah.
Hamza Amir is also with us from Islamabad. Hamza, the updates coming in from the court is that Imran Khan's arrest has now been declared illegal. What does that mean? Does that mean now that there will be relief imminent for Imran Khan?
Well, see, as we have been discussing, that if the Supreme Court actually declares it the arrest as unlawful and illegal, that means that the arrest was not, it does not stand, and anything that has proceeded after his arrest, him being arrested, being presented before the NAP court, the police line headquarters, guest house being declared as a court, and then him being sentenced to 8 days of physical remand, everything comes under question, because right now Imran Khan goes exactly back 2 days when he appeared before the Islamabad High Court. The very reason Supreme Court has taken up is that Imran Khan was present in the room where biometric verification is done before going into the courtroom. So he was inside the premises of the court when security officials barged into the premises and arrested him. That is the point that the court has taken up. That is why his arrest has now been declared illegal. But now the question is, what happens next? Imran Khan was wanted on the case. However, only one notice was served by NAP, so basically it has to be 3 notices. After that, an arrest warrant is issued. So that is something that can be handled as far as his arrest is concerned. But him getting a relief from the court is certainly a huge news, because now Imran Khan gets to walk free. However, the court has now, Supreme Court, as I've been just told, that Supreme Court has now also directed that now the case needs to be taken back to the Islamabad High Court. As I was saying, that we go exactly back to where it all happened, when he appeared before the Islamabad High Court. So the decision of the Supreme Court stands as they declare it illegal, and now they have directed the authorities and the parties, both parties, to actually consult back to the High Court and go back there and see what needs to be done in that matter. So now we have to see what happens next, because mind you, just a little while back, all of the party leaders of PTI who have been arrested under maintenance of public order. That means incitement to violence. So the government has that option. They can still put him under arrest, under MPO, and actually present him before the court in that due process as well. So we'll have to see that does Imran Khan walks free out of the Supreme Court today, comes out as victorious with waving
So I just want to update our viewers right now of the words that were mentioned in the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court says what happened was not justice for Imran Khan, which is why they've directed that this arrest itself was illegal. The Supreme Court has directed Imran Khan to appear before the Islamabad High Court tomorrow, this very location from where he was arrested just 2 days back. And now slogans are ringing in the court, Imran Khan Zindabad. Now that the Supreme Court has declared it illegal, and said that he must appear before the Islamabad High Court tomorrow, Hamza, does that mean today, after this hearing, he can walk out a free man?
Well, as it stands at the moment, it seems that Imran Khan is going to walk out free, and he's basically going to be giving a consent in front of the Supreme Court that he will, in fact, be appearing before the Islamabad High Court tomorrow on the given time. And it seems for the moment, as per the orders of the court, that Imran Khan's arrest being unlawful, illegal, then he basically gets to walk free. So we'll just have to wait and watch. Imran Khan came into the court secured by police officials. How does he go out? Does he walk out free without the security? How does he actually come out, and what kind of celebrations are there going to be on the streets of Islamabad once he gets out? Because that is something that is going to be huge. And most certainly, I believe that this is also going to happen, that once Imran Khan actually comes out, he will definitely be sending a message to his supporters to show restraint and not go towards state institutions during their protests. And now, as I said, once he walks free, there are going to be no protests, there are going to be celebrations, and they are exactly going to be as big as the protests and uproar for the past 48 hours have been.
Imran Khan very clearly that you must ensure that your supporters become peaceful now. And let me just read out for you what happened from the beginning to end. The Chief Justice first said, "It's good to see you," to Imran Khan. That was followed by comments about the incidents of violence, saying your workers are resorting to violence in Pakistan. That's simply unacceptable. And then the court has said that Imran Khan's arrest is illegal, followed by which the Supreme Court has directed Imran Khan to appear before the Islamabad High Court tomorrow. He says, and the Chief Justice has said what happened was not justice for Imran Khan. That's followed by a warning from the Supreme Court to Imran Khan saying, ask your supporters now to maintain peace, to remain peaceful because of the arson, the rioting that we've been witnessing in Pakistan for the last 2 days. I also want to bring in now a Foreign Affairs editor, Geeta Mohan, for more on this. Geeta, big breaking news that's coming in right now. Imran Khan could just walk out because he's been asked to appear tomorrow in the Islamabad High Court. His arrest has been declared illegal. We'll reconnect with Geeta in just a bit. We're having a bad connection with her. Gaurav Sawant is still with me on this broadcast, getting us those updates. Gaurav, it looks like in all likelihood Imran Khan is going to be walking out. But what Hamza also mentioned was the fact that with many of his supporters already facing rioting charges, there's a possibility that that could be used against Imran Khan now for another case to be slapped against him.
If he walks out, he'll be arrested on the gates. He may well be arrested at the gates of the Supreme Court in another case. Then they'll retain him
as well, where
Tosha Khana, he's been indicted already. So if he gets out, I mean, the establishment will make process as the punishment till the time they can retain him in jail. They do not want him out on the streets because imagine with him in jail, his fans went carried out riots across the country.
Okay, just hold on, Gaurav. I'll come back to you. Let's cut across to some live inputs that are coming in right now.
रत्ते मिल्लत से है, तना कुछ नहीं, मौज दरिया में है, बैरूने दरिया कुछ नहीं। आज का ये दिन मैं समझता हूँ पाकिस्तान की आवाम के लिए एक खुशहाल दिन है। आपने 2 दिन से देखा पाकिस्तान के अंदर आग लगा दी गई थी और ये हुकूमत की ईमा के ऊपर हुआ। ये हुकूमत के वो लोग थे जो मुल्क के अंदर अनार्की चाह रहे थे। सिविल कपड़ों के अंदर मुल्क के अंदर एक आग लगा दी गई। पाकिस्तान तहरीक इंसाफ का इससे कोई तल्लुक नहीं था। हमारी पॉलिसी स्टेटमेंट असद उमर साहब ने दे दी थी। ये शर्मसार सर पीटीआई के झंडे उठा के हमारी तंजीम को बैन करने की एक साजिश थी। आज हमारे लोगों ने उसको बेनकाब किया। आज भी मैं समझता हूँ मुराद सईद का बयान उसको लार्जर इंटरेस्ट में देखा जाए मुल्क के वो बुनियादी सेंसिटिविटी जो है उसको उजागर कर रहे हैं। खान साहब कभी भी मुल्क के अंदर अनार्की के ख्वाह नहीं थे। हम अपोजिशन की पार्टी है, सबसे बड़ी पार्टी है। हम इलेक्शन के लिए राह हमवार कर रहे थे, इसलिए रेस्टेंट शो किया। आज खान साहब पिछले 1 साल से इस इक़्तिदार से बाहर हैं, लेकिन हम रेस्टेंट का मुजाहिरा करते रहे। लेकिन आज सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने इस मुल्क के अंदर आईन और कानून की बालादस्ती के लिए जो हाई कोर्ट के अंदर उसको रौंदा गया, वो सुप्रीम कोर्ट के लिए मैसेज था। लिहाजा मैं समझता हूँ इंसाफ लेट ही मिला लेकिन दुरुस्त टाइम पे मिला। पाकिस्तान की आवाम से हम गुजारिश करना चाहते हैं कि पाकिस्तान के तहरीक इंसाफ के कारकुनान जो एहतजाज में है इस वक्त उसको कन्वर्ट कर दें खुशी में, और हम ये लहर जो पूरे पाकिस्तान के अंदर एहतजाज कर रहे थे उसको खुशी में कन्वर्ट करेंगे। और खान साहब इंशाल्लाह ट्रायल भी फेस करेंगे, अदालतों को भी फेस करेंगे और इनके झूठे मुकदमा का सामना भी करेंगे। और आइन और कानून की जंग को हम यकीनी बनाएंगे और हम इसी मुल्क के अंदर रहेंगे, भागेंगे नहीं इंशाल्लाह। थैंक यू सो मच।
शुक्रिया थैंक यू।
Legal team there, Imran Khan's legal team celebrating. I want to play out for you full screen the first images of Imran Khan right now in the Supreme Court being taken in. Quickly, let me just read out what he said in the court and then I'll take this across to you, Gaurav. He said, I was abducted from the High Court, I was beaten with sticks. This is not done even to a normal criminal. After that, I don't know anything. I still don't know what happened. If someone wants to arrest me, I should be given the warrant. He says, I wasn't told what was my offense. Sometimes they took me to the police line, sometimes somewhere. I never quite understood what was happening. This is what he's saying. Imran Khan has stuck to the party line, to the PTI's line, when he says, Gaurav, that he was tortured.
No, this is huge. This is huge. Imran Khan is former Prime Minister of Pakistan. Imran Khan is World Cup winning captain of Pakistan. And Imran Khan says he was tortured and beaten with sticks.
Yeah.
A former Prime Minister being hit with canes, being taken from one place to the other. He doesn't know how. In fact, his lawyer was saying that there's an injury mark on the temple of his forehead. There's an injury mark under his eye. And if you notice these images, Akshita, Imran Khan is wearing glasses.
So we can't see.
Is he hiding that injury mark? And that's where the Chief Justice says that arrest is illegal. Imran Khan says no warrant was served on him. So without serving a warrant on a former Prime Minister or even a common citizen, could he have been arrested in the manner in which he was arrested and taken into custody? This is a very, very major development, and clearly Pakistan is sitting on a ticking time bomb. It still remains to be seen whether Imran Khan will be released or rearrested, and this is now the state versus the Supreme Court of Pakistan.
Unprecedented drama that we're seeing playing out in Pakistan. No less than a soap opera, because moments from now, there's even a possibility that Imran Khan could once again be taken into custody, and that's how brazen the administration is there. They have no fear of the judiciary. Even as the Supreme Court has said his arrest is illegal, there's a possibility of him being taken into custody once again. I want to just read out what Imran Khan said again. He says, I was abducted from the High Court. I was beaten with sticks. This is not done even to a normal criminal. I don't know anything. I still don't know what happened. If someone wants to arrest me, I should be given a warrant. They took me to the police line, and somewhere I never quite understood where I was taken. I was never told what was my offense. He also says, how can a party that want elections want such chaos in the country? I wasn't given any information. So you've got Imran Khan now lashing out at the administration as well, Gaurav, sending across a very clear message that you triggered this chaos. It wasn't us. It wasn't the PTI. You asked for this.
So Imran Khan very clearly is trying to play the victim here. It's the Pakistani army and the administration on the other hand who are saying that they are victims of goons of Imran Khan. The Pakistan army, in a very rare statement, issued a press release yesterday calling the 9th of May a black day in Pakistan's history. The Imran supporters say it was a war for freedom. They're calling it jihad for azadi. That's what Imran Khan called it. Pakistan army is calling it black day.
Okay.
From
the
that,
Supreme Court, Gaurav, has ordered the immediate release. Right now, the Supreme Court has ordered the immediate release of Imran Khan, so he will be walking out.
Well, we are watching. It's all happening on live TV. The world is watching. Imran Khan supporters are also reaching out to foreign powers. They're reaching out to the United States and the United Kingdom, seeking their intervention for relief for Imran Khan. Will that relief come? And does Imran Khan walk out of jail now from the Supreme Court to his house? Does he drive to Lahore for a couple of hours and reach Zaman Park? All of this remains in the realm of speculation, because you've seen the number of security personnel outside. Will he be arrested again? Because it was anyway a huge challenge for security forces to get him to come to court. He feared for his life. He feared he would be arrested. The fact that he's been arrested, will he appear again, or will Zaman Park become his fortress?
Yeah.
A lot of situations that could unfold in the next couple of hours, because those who thought that the Chief Justice will do some virtue signaling and yet send him back to jail, that hasn't happened. So battle lines between the Supreme Court and the army are also very clearly drawn here.
Is there a possibility, Hamza, of what Gaurav is saying, that he could walk out now, that Imran Khan could walk out now and then be rearrested?
Imran Khan actually is going to walk out. The Supreme Court has given the decision that he needs to be released immediately. This is the order of the court that has been given just right now, that Imran Khan, after his arrest being declared as illegal, the court has now said that Imran Khan needs to be released immediately. That means that Imran Khan is a free man for the moment. He will walk out a free man from the Supreme Court of Pakistan. However, it may just happen that he may get arrested because he has many cases against him. The police is present outside, but still, for the moment, this is being already established that the Supreme Court has said that Imran Khan has to come out as a free man. He needs to be released immediately because the arrests that were done on him 48 hours ago in the premises of the Islamabad High Court have been declared illegal. So Imran Khan has been declared free from the Supreme Court.
Okay, Hamza getting us that big story. Supreme Court has ordered the immediate release of Imran Khan. Imran also told the court, sir, everything is in the hands of you and the law. The Supreme Court thereby has said, we make such an arrangement that you will know everything. Neither public nor private property will be damaged. Also, Imran Khan has now appealed to his supporters from the Supreme Court. He's told his supporters, maintain peace, do not resort to any violence. Imran Khan right now will be happy with what's played out in the top court. But let's focus on those images for a moment where Imran Khan is seen walking. He's got his face in the sense that he's wearing shades, so you can't see his eyes. So we don't know whether he's suffered any injuries below his eye, as his legal team has claimed. Just 2 days back in the Islamabad High Court, Imran Khan was going around in a wheelchair. Now you see him walking about, so it doesn't look like he's sustained any sort of physical injuries. That is right there, the footage that we have of Imran Khan in the Pakistan Supreme Court. He's issued now an appeal, Gaurav, asking all of his supporters to maintain peace. Importantly, what you said about the possibility of the government also going ahead and rearresting him, Imran Khan seems to have taken cognizance of that. He's saying everything, sir, is in the hands of you and the law. And the Supreme Court says in response, we make such an arrangement, you will know everything that's happening.
Okay, so now we have to wait and watch whether Imran Khan walks out of the Supreme Court premises and whether he gets to go home, because the points he's made will really anger his supporters. He says he was beaten with lathis, he was beaten so much that he passed out, that he doesn't recollect anything that happened to him, that he was moved from one place to the other. He's not just the former Prime Minister, he's a World Cup winning captain. He's hugely popular amongst a very large section, especially of youth. If I may, there's also been another development. While Imran Khan was being produced in court, the Punjab Province Police Chief, he went on television saying if anybody is found protesting in favor of Imran Khan or protesting on the streets, the police are preparing dossiers. Such youth, such modern women, as he put it, they will not get visas, they will not get character certificates, they will not get government jobs. So battle lines right now are very clearly drawn between the state and the PTI, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf Party, Akshita.
Very, very clearly. And let's see what plays out when Imran Khan walks out after completing all formalities of the Supreme Court. Will he be able to walk out safely out of the gates of the court and head back to his residence, or will he be rearrested by the administration? We will be tracking all of the latest, but I want to cut across now to a reaction that came in from Imran Khan's legal team soon after this massive victory in the Pakistan Supreme Court.
आज का ये दिन मैं समझता हूँ पाकिस्तान की आवाम के लिए एक खुशहाल दिन है। आपने 2 दिन से देखा पाकिस्तान के अंदर आग लगा दी गई थी और ये हुकूमत की हिम्मत के ऊपर हुआ। ये हुकूमत के वो लोग थे जो मुल्क के अंदर अनारकी चाह रहे थे। सिविल कपड़ों के अंदर मुल्क के अंदर एक आग लगा दी गई। पाकिस्तान तहरीक-ए-इंसाफ का इससे कोई तल्लुक नहीं था। हमारी पॉलिसी स्टेटमेंट असद उमर साहब ने दे दी थी। ये शर्मसार असर पीटीआई के झंडे उठा के हमारी तंजीम को बैन करने की एक साजिश थी। आज हमारे लोगों ने उसको बेनकाब किया। आज भी मैं समझता हूँ मुराद सईद का बयान उसको लार्जर इंटरेस्ट में देखा जाए मुल्क के, वो बुनियादी सेंसिटिविटी जो है उसको उजागर कर रहे हैं। खान साहब कभी भी मुल्क के अंदर अनारकी के ख्वाह नहीं थे।
Legal team who's just spoken out hailing what's happened right now. Let's get you more details of what's played out in court. Imran Khan has said, sir, 145 cases have been filed against me. The court has said, you are a leader, you should lead. Imran says, I don't know what happened. I would have stopped if I had known. He maintains all along that he is completely ignorant, had no clue of exactly what's been happening. Hamza, if I could come back to you right now, how much time will it really take now for Imran Khan to walk out? It's an immediate release, yes? So he will be out in minutes from now?
Yes, as the orders are concerned, they've been given, so he should be coming out as a free man from the court. But however, because now this news will spread like wildfire among the PTI supporters who have been out actually protesting against the arrest, they will come out in celebrations. So if those arrangements are to be done, and also the security of Imran Khan has to be ensured, keeping in mind that he has already mentioned that everything is in the hands of the judge and the court has actually satisfied him that they will make all arrangements to ensure that he is aware of what is going on. They want to make sure that Imran Khan does not get arrested right outside the premises of the court, probably because it may actually re-engage again the government, the Supreme Court this time around, of a similar arrest that has been challenged and declared as illegal. Now, number two is that the government, I believe, as some of the sources that I've been just messaging with, they have said that they would not want to arrest Imran Khan right now because they have two things lined up. One, the National Security Committee meeting, a high-level National Security Committee meeting, is going to be held tomorrow at 2 p.m. at the Prime Minister House. Because on there, all heads of the armed forces and also the Prime Minister and the Foreign Minister and all of the senior members of the government are going to be present, and very important discussion about the last 48 hours, the security situation will be done, and a joint statement will be issued. Secondly, tomorrow at the same time at 2 p.m., Imran Khan is now to appear before the Islamabad High Court as per orders of the Supreme Court. This was something that was also opposed and requested by the PTI lawyers. They wanted 2 more days, additional 2 more days. Their request was rejected. So I think Imran Khan is going to walk out free. He is going to go back to his residence, as I believe, in Banigala, and from there tomorrow he will to the Islam. Would not want to use
To
any
appear in the
of this.
Islamabad High Court. Let's focus for a moment, Hamza, on what Imran Khan has said in court. He was asked to give his version of events. The Chief Justice said, it's good to see you as well. And when he was asked about what really happened, Imran Khan said, I was abducted. He's used the word abducted, much like most of the PTI leaders did, who subsequently been arrested, by the way. Imran Khan says, I was abducted from the High Court. I was beaten by sticks. He says, this isn't done even to a normal criminal. I don't know after that what happened. I still don't know what happened. If someone wants to arrest me, I should be given the warrant. Imran Khan says that basic fundamental duties, basic fundamental rights of him being told what is the charge against him, of the arrest warrant, none of that was taken care of, Hamza. He says, I was even beaten with sticks.
खान साहब कुछ कहेंगे 2 दिन से न्यायिक हिरासत में
Amin? Hamza, if you can hear me, let's talk also about Imran Khan's statement in court where he says, I was beaten with sticks. I had no idea where I was being taken. I didn't know what charge I was being arrested for either.
Well, yes, in fact, these are all the very interesting statements that even if you see it, that while Imran Khan was saying all these things, the Chief Justice was not or has not responded accordingly. Second into what he says as true or not, because these are something that Imran Khan has been saying. However, interestingly enough, Imran Khan, after being arrested, after being taken to the police science headquarters guest house, and also the second day, hearing before the court, him coming out and saying that he was not aware of what cases or what was the reason why he was taken into custody from the Islamabad High Court is something that probably goes on to show that probably Imran Khan has also decided probably to tone himself down a little as far as his anti-establishment position is concerned, only for the fact that for the past 48 hours, the kind of riots we have seen across Pakistan targeted at state institutions is something that has also been mentioned by the Supreme Court Chief Justice. Is also something that Imran Khan would
First reaction, Hamza, that's coming in from Maryam Nawaz Sharif. She says the Chief Justice was very happy today to go ahead and release this criminal, referring to Imran Khan. The Chief Justice is responsible for the attacks on the most important and sensitive facilities of the country. The Chief Justice has become the shield of a criminal and is pouring fuel on this fire in the country. She's also said you should leave the post of Chief Justice and join the PTI. This is the statement that's come in right now from Maryam Nawaz Sharif. And clearly at this point, the government is now targeting the judiciary, which they've done before as well, Hamza. Unbelievable, really, that Maryam Nawaz Sharif is now questioning the Chief Justice for releasing Imran Khan, saying you've backed a criminal.
Well, exactly. This is exactly what she was saying even before the verdict and the Supreme Court's decision came out. Even when the Supreme Court called on Imran Khan to appear before the Supreme Court, the press conference was held by the Information Minister, in which she was very blatant and open about her criticism on the Chief Justice and the Supreme Court itself. They said, if you give him relief, you are basically siding with the terrorist who has actually done absolute chaos in Pakistan for the past 48 hours. She also went on to add to her statement saying that when politicians' houses and other places can be attacked and you cannot take notice on that regard, then rest assured your houses are also not going to be safe. And this is something that is not small. It is indirectly or directly a direct threat to the Chief Justice and the judges in the Supreme Court that if they take a decision which basically suits Imran Khan and opposes the government's position, it is something that is going to be difficult for them to handle as well. And that is something that is where we see the aggressive positioning of the government, that they are not happy. They do not want to let go of Imran Khan. They want to handle him the way they have been saying, with an iron fist. But yet, Supreme Court giving relief to Imran Khan is certainly a shock to the government. It's basically a serious damage to the government, because now they will have to come up with another way, or at least another mean to ensure that Imran Khan's intensity, his public strength, which is now going to gain even twice-fold momentum towards his support, and it is going to be anti-government, of course, is something that the government has already failed to handle.
No, and the government won't take this lying down, will it, Hamza? The government won't take this lying down. Already declaring war on the judiciary is just the start. Now, there's already so much talk about Imran Khan being rearrested and whatnot, and that shows you that the government, the Pakistan army, will want to save face here.
Yes, exactly. The government would want to play safe for at least 24 hours, because they want to take the establishment on board on what they want to do next. And that is going to happen tomorrow in the National Security Committee meeting. They do not want to take the establishment in any possible way. This is the only hope that they have as far as their opposition or stand against Imran Khan is concerned. And that is where they want to play it safe and play it smart. However, being a political party, being a coalition government, they would obviously want to vent out their anger and target the judiciary as much as they can, because this is probably the only narrative that is left with the government. They do not have the public support. The street power still remains with Imran Khan. But in due process, we have seen that Imran Khan is now pretty much a single man left in the party, who is basically there to lead the party. Otherwise, the rest of the party people are behind bars, and they are behind bars for at least 14 to 15 days. And that is where Imran Khan probably will have a political weakness that would actually come out in the open for the people. But it is also a fact that people want Imran Khan. People do not want even PTI or any other person from the party. They want to see Imran Khan as their voice. And this is the support that Imran Khan enjoys. However, will his political strength, as it used to be before, will we be able to see that out now in the open after him spending 48 hours in custody, is something that we will have to see. Already it seems that Imran Khan seems to have toned himself down and does not want to reveal a lot of information.
I come back to you, Hamza. Sushant Sareen, strategic affairs expert, is joining us on this broadcast. Sushant, good evening. 2 days back when you joined us, you said we can't expect any better from Pakistan. But I'm sure even you're shocked by the turn of events now. You've got the government openly threatening the judiciary. Imran Khan saying I was beaten with sticks. I didn't know where I was being taken. I didn't know what charge I faced. And now, after all the drama that we witnessed after 2 days, Imran Khan will be walking out a free man. But God knows for how long he'll actually be free.
I think you're being very presumptuous when you say that he'll be walking out a free man. You don't underestimate the Pakistani capacity for very convoluted and crazy kind of stuff which they do. Don't look at Pakistan from the lens of how the state versus judiciary equations are in India or in any other country. In Pakistan, it's a completely different case. Now, one of the things one is hearing from Pakistan right now is that the Supreme Court has has in a sense released him on a technical issue that he was arrested from within court premises and that was illegal. Now Imran will have to go out of the court premises since he's been released. He can either be picked up once again in the same case for which there is already a remand order against him, or he can be picked up in another case because there are some 120 odd cases. And in fact, there have been some new cases which have been filed against him after all the violence of the last couple of days. So he could be picked up in that. He could still be produced before the Islamabad High Court tomorrow. And then the Islamabad High Court could very easily say that, okay, fine, the arrest or his arrest or, his custody which has been taken is perfectly legal and he should go into, back to jail. So we don't know how this is going to play out. Of course, if the courts are going to try and take on the government and the military establishment, then one of two things is going to happen. If the government and the military establishment kowtow to the judges, and I don't see any reason why they will, because not that the judges have any credibility in Pakistan. Many of them are highly compromised, including the Chief Justice.
Yeah, the allegation is that the Chief Justice also is good family friends with Imran Khan, which is why you have the likes of Maryam Nawaz Sharif now coming out and making comments like he's adding fuel to the fire. He might as well join the PTI. More updates that are coming in. And Sushant, I'll just come back to you. Imran Khan in court, what exactly did he say? Besides saying that I was beaten with sticks, I didn't know what happened, I had no clue of the kind of riots that had broken out. He says, I will appear in every case that the court says. I want to apologize for what happened in the country. The Chief Justice has also said, I got a message that your house may also burn. Imran Khan has requested, saying, let me go home. The Chief Justice in response says, I got a message that your house may also burn, referring to a threat directly that came in from senior ministers in the Shehbaz Sharif government. The Supreme Court has followed that up by saying, we instruct the Islamabad High Court to schedule the hearing of the application at 11 a.m. So that's when Imran Khan has to appear in the Islamabad High Court. Imran Khan has also requested for a transfer to Banigala. That's been rejected by the Supreme Court. But another big update is that the Supreme Court has allowed Imran Khan to meet with his family members. We're hearing that celebrations have already broken out in parts of Pakistan. Only in Pakistan, viewers, that in a matter of hours will you see a one-hand rioting suddenly turn into celebrations on the streets of Pakistan. But Imran Khan may have won this round. This particular bout, this round he may have won. Overall, however, the Pakistan government, the Pakistan army will never allow this optics game, at least, to be won by Imran Khan, which is why everyone who's been joining us for the last 1 hour says that, great, Imran Khan has been released for the moment by the Supreme Court. But how long will he actually be a free man? How long will he actually remain on bail at this point? Because there's a big chance of him taking one step out of the Supreme Court and being rearrested by the administration in yet another case. But there is that threat, Sushant Sareen, that if he's rearrested, you'll see double the violence, double the riots. Do you think the administration will be mindful of that?
No, I think they might have underestimated the scale and the intensity of the violence which happened over the last couple of days. But now I think now they have factored it in, which is why the army has been called out in the two provinces which have been most affected by the violence. And the army yesterday, if you look at the statement issued by the army, they have issued very clear warnings that if these crowds are going to indulge in arson and loot and attack sensitive installations or houses or other things of the military establishment, then the military will crack down on them very, very strongly. Now, the violence hasn't completely abated, but I think it has gone down. So the army is out in full force. I don't think a coup is likely to happen anytime soon. It could just as well happen. Look, with Pakistan, everything is a toss-up. You never know when something will suddenly happen out of nowhere. But I would be rather surprised if, Imran Khan was to let go scot-free right now or even tomorrow, simply because now it is a matter of survival. It is either Imran Khan who stays in power, who comes back to power and comes back to power in a way that he can ride roughshod over. He can virtually eliminate the entire opposition. He will play havoc in the army. He will play favorites in the army. He will literally make the army into his tiger force. And then, or you have the army and the government, because their survival is at stake. The top leadership of the army, ISI, their survival is at stake. And they are not going to back down. And then, of course, there is the crisis of the state. That this is a state which is bankrupt. This is a state which is staring at default. Just see in the last 2 days, the rupee has already breached the 300 mark. The moment the rupee falls as precipitously as it has, you are looking at a situation where fuel prices will go up, power rates will go up, inflation is going to go up. In any case, you can't import anything because you've run out of foreign exchange. You are literally on the ropes. At the same time, you have a new wave of terrorism coming in and a disgruntled population. Are you telling me that the army will allow Imran Khan to ride back to power? Now, the choice before the army is that either you use the government as your facade, impose an emergency, and chop off the heads of, figuratively, chop off the heads of the judges, cleanse the judiciary of the Imranistas in the judiciary, and then try and revive things and bring them back to normal. That is one particular option. The other option is the nuclear option, which has been exercised 4 times in the past, which is that there is a new military dispensation which comes, takes over power, either rules directly or through what is a kind of a wet dream of all Pakistani generals, a government of technocrats who will then put everything back together and will rule for the next 3 to 5 years, and then restore democracy once again. All of this is rather far-fetched, right? Because I don't think that technocrat government is going to be able to work. It's been tried in the past. It's never really worked. The army, if it takes over, it'll have to face enormous criticism, especially internally. I don't think externally there's going to be any criticism. There'll be the usual virtue signaling by the Western countries, but some minor sanctions will be imposed, but nothing very serious is likely to happen. But internally, there will be resistance. There will be some people who will back the army rule initially, but maybe within a few months, maybe a year or so, they will demand that the army go back to barracks and democracy is restored. So it's a messy situation, whichever way you look at it. And if Imran comes back, then all bets are off, because he's absolutely crazy. You have zombies as part of his cult, and they are going to run amok, as they have inside Pakistan. I don't see how the Pakistan army can allow Imran Khan to come back to power. It might happen. I'm not entirely ruling it out, but it seems very, very difficult that the army will allow Imran to come back to power, unless, of course, all those rumors that the army is deeply divided, that there is a lot of dissension within
but
the
Mr.
army.
Sareen, that is what has played out over the last 24 or 48 hours as Imran supporters have been going amok. There is a theory which is coming out which seems to suggest that there are fissures within the Pakistan army as well.
No, of course there are, and these reports are not new. These reports have been there for a fair bit of time. In fact, one of the things that even the previous military leadership had against Imran was that he was playing politics within the army, that he was trying to divide the army. Imran himself has said on a number of occasions that even if the top generals are opposed to him, their families support him. Even if the judges oppose him, their families support him. Now, of course, in today's case, I've tweeted myself that mother-in-law of the Chief Justice has won and the Pakistan army is lost. Now, being a married man myself, I understand the importance of mother-in-laws and that you can't defy them. But, the Chief Justice of Pakistan making a ruling as foolish as the one he has made does beg questions that here is a guy and a party which has virtually behaved like an enemy of the state, and you have given them relief. But within the army also, there are credible reports of family members of serving army officers who have defied, what the framework of the army is, and who have picked up cudgels on behalf of Imran against the military leadership, who have used social media and other platforms to curse the military leadership, even though their husbands are serving officers of the Pakistan Army. You've seen the veterans who were part of the army fraternity go against the military leadership. You've seen, we've heard of stories of a lot of dissension at the middle and the junior level officers, many of them and enlisted men, many of whom are basically part of the Imran cult. You know, they look at Imran Khan. Now, why they do it, don't ask me, because it's crazy. Imran has been a complete failure in power. He has proved himself to be utterly corrupt, utterly
but,
immoral,
Mr. Sareen, facing off with the judiciary, what could really be the end game where the Pakistan army is concerned with what is playing out right now? You already had abject anarchy on the streets of Pakistan. 10 at least are dead, thousands are injured, over 10,000 have been arrested. Coming right back to you, let's quickly dip into the latest reactions that are coming in right now.
और जितनी भी डिस्पेंसेशंस है मुल्क के, उनके लिए ये प्रिंसिपल तय कर दिया गया है। उसके साथ ही ये प्रिंसिपल भी तय कर दिया गया है कि पुलिस का आदमी अगर जाएगा अदालत के अंदर तो अदालत की परमिशन के जाएगा साथ इहाते में, और उसके साथ ही अगर किसी और लॉ इन्फोर्समेंट एजेंसी का बंदा होगा तो ये जो शीशे तोड़ने वाले, ये जो सर तोड़ने वाले, ये जो उंगलियां तोड़ने वाले, ये जो कानून तोड़ने वाले, ये जो आइन तोड़ने वाले हैं, उनके खिलाफ जो पुरअमन मुजाहिरीन हैं और जो कानून के दायरे में रह के हमने हमेशा जिस तरह से एहतजाज किया है, उनके लिए बहुत अच्छी खबर है। ये रूल ऑफ लॉ का एक पहलू था। दूसरा, उसके साथ ही इमरान खान से तीनों जज साहिबान ने और चीफ जस्टिस साहब ने ये कहा कि आप अपने जो पाकिस्तान तहरीक इंसाफ के सपोर्टर्स हैं, उसके जवाब में उन्होंने कहा कि मैं जब से मुझे गिरफ्तार किया गया है, मुझे कोई मुलाकात किसी से सिवाय वकला के साथ थोड़ी सी जो ऑप कोई नहीं थी, वो भी गुफ्तगू वाली नहीं थी, वो एक ऐसी जगह थी जहाँ पे पुलिस है, वो एक ऐसी जगह थी जहाँ पे साए हैं और गहरे साए हैं, उस जगह पे उनको ट्रायल के लिए रखा गया। पाकिस्तान में कभी मिलिट्री ट्रायल भी इस तरह से इतने बड़े कंट्रोल्ड माहौल में नहीं हुआ जो उनका ट्रायल कल का किया गया था। तो इसलिए उन्होंने कहा कि उनको कोई खबर उन तक पहुँचने नहीं दी गई, लेकिन उन्होंने ये कहा है कि मेरी 27 साल की जो जिद्दोजहद है वो आइन की बालादस्ती के लिए, रूल ऑफ लॉ के लिए और सब्जेक्ट टू द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पाकिस्तान तहरीक इंसाफ के जो कारकुन हैं और लीडर हैं और पूरी पार्टी है। और मैं आखिरी बात ये कहना चाहता हूँ, वो सारे के सारे पुरअमन ने, आपने देखा कि असद उमर को उठाया गया इस्लामाबाद हाई कोर्ट में, वो मेरे साथ गए थे और उनको उठाने के लिए फिर एक और तरह की फोर्स आई थी। अगर ये शुरू हो गया तो इसलिए रोका है सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कि वहाँ तो बड़े बड़े मुजरिम आते हैं, लोग कहेंगे आसान जगह है, कचहरी में है, आसान जगह है, अदालत में आसान जगह है, हाई कोर्ट में जिसको उठाना है उठा के ले जाओ। वो बाब आज बंद हो गया है और अल्लाह ताला की मेहरबानी से इमरान खान ने वहाँ अदालत में खड़े होकर कहा है कि हम इलेक्शन के अलावा कुछ नहीं मांगते ना मानते, और जो इलेक्शन चाहेगा वो गड़बड़ क्यों चाहेगा? जिनको इलेक्शन नहीं चाहिए वो गड़बड़ करते हैं या वो गड़बड़ कराते हैं। थैंक यू।
All right, let's cut across and get in all the reactions. The latest that is coming in, that Supreme Court has declared Imran Khan's arrest illegal. I want to cut across right now immediately to my colleague Hamza, who's joining us. Hamza, it does seem right now the stage is set for a judiciary versus executive face-off.
Well, yes, in fact, it seems that way because the government's narrative has been anti-judiciary for some time now. They've actually have very heated comments out of the parliament as well in the recent days, in which they have questioned the judiciary of meddling in political matters. And I think this is exactly what they are going to do even on this matter going forward. Just one update, very important one, that Imran Khan, as per order of the court, he wanted to go back home to Banigala. He was refused by the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has now actually ordered and asked Imran Khan to stay in the same police lines headquarters guest house. So because there is always a threat that is imminent that also can actually see his house being vandalized. So they want him to stay in the same place where he was when he was declared as arrested, and that place was declared
Hamza, where is he right now? Can you give us the latest? Where is he right now? He wanted to go home. The Supreme Court has denied it.
Yes, Imran Khan right now has, as per sources, as we understand, he has left the Supreme Court and he has accepted the Supreme Court's advice of staying at the police line's headquarters guest house. He has left from there under security of the police and is going back to where he came from, at the police line's headquarters guest house, because that is where he will be as per directives of the court. And tomorrow morning at around 11 o'clock Pakistan time, he will be appearing before the Islamabad High Court to take the matter up where they stood 48 hours ago.
But where they stood 48 hours ago in this particular case, Hamza, there's a huge possibility that Imran Khan now could be arrested in other of the 140 cases that have been lodged against him. This is just one of them.
Well, for the moment, it seems that his arrest in any other case might not just happen for at least the next few hours, at least till tomorrow. As I said, there is an important National Security Committee meeting tomorrow, and the government wants to wait. The establishment wants to sit together and they want to be on the same page on how to take things forward on Imran Khan. And also, as per orders of the Supreme Court, he will be there for a few hours after he reaches tomorrow, and he goes straight to Islamabad High Court. But because, as per the directives of the High Court, he's been provided a huge relief today and has been ordered as released by the Supreme Court. So he has accepted their advice on staying at the same place, staying at where he was under the police security. However, the different thing right now will be that he will be allowed to meet his party members, he will be allowed to meet his lawyer, he will be allowed to meet his family. So basically, what the Supreme Court has done, that they have announced him as a free man, yet Imran Khan will be under the eye of the security parameter. And in that view, Imran Khan has to appear before the court, and definitely he has over 150 cases against him, including terrorism, including incitement to violence. So if that something happens tomorrow, he can always be booked in a different case because there are many against him. But as far as the Al-Qadir Trust case is concerned, there are only two notices served by the NAB, as they have declared, sent to the Supreme Court, so they have to serve another notice. And as far as the Tosha Khana case is concerned, that proceeding is underway. There is no arrest warrant of Imran Khan in that case particularly. So I think it is going to be a wait for 24 hours. Imran Khan is going to be where he was at the police lines headquarters, which basically is a very high secure area, and he will be under the eye of the radar until and unless he gets out of the High Court as well. And then we will have to see tomorrow on what comes out, if he gets arrested in a different case, if he gets arrested as his party leaders have been arrested under the maintenance of public order, and that way he can be put behind bars for at least 14 days, or once this government comes out as a way forward for them to handle Imran Khan. That is what we will have to wait for till tomorrow, because the National Security Committee is a high-level committee. Establishment and the government will be sitting together, joining heads on discussing matters of security, and also obviously Imran Khan and how things need to move forward. They would not want to do anything else.
But Hamza, as this plays out on the sidelines, has the violence, the anarchy that we saw on the streets of Pakistan abated now?
Yes, in fact, today has been much more calmer than the past 48 hours, than the past 2 days. There have been very few incidents of violence reported, and since...
All right, Hamza, we seem to have lost you. We're going to try and... Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. Hamza, we're going to connect your audio and your video line. We're having a bit of a network issue, but I want to cut across back to Sushant Sareen. Sushant Sareen, with what is playing out on the sidelines, do you also see now a complete face-off where the judiciary versus executive comes into question? We've seen it in the last couple of weeks where the judiciary has taken on the government on many accounts, be it provincial elections and now this.
You know, something rather strange is happening. Now, I'll give you two examples of that. One, just 2 days back when Imran Khan was arrested, there was a hearing which was held in the Islamabad High Court, where the Islamabad High Court went into the circumstances of this arrest, and ultimately, somewhere in late evening, they declared that the arrest of Imran Khan was legal. For the Supreme Court now to declare the arrest illegal and then send it back to the Islamabad High Court is rather strange, number one. Number two, about 2 or 3 hours back, long before Imran Khan was produced before the court, one of the top court reporters in Pakistan had tweeted that the case had already been decided. that Imran Khan will be released today. He will be asked to go to the Islamabad High Court tomorrow. And the bench which will hear his case will not include the Chief Justice of the Islamabad High Court, but some other judges, right? Now, that makes it seem like that it's some kind of a fixed match.
Okay, all right.
It makes it look like it's a fixed match, because then the Supreme Court has absolved itself and done its virtue signaling. The case goes back to the Islamabad High Court, which can actually reaffirm its own judgment, which was made about 2 or 3 days back. So we don't know how this is going to play, because like I said, the Pakistani genius for distorting law, for contorting the constitution, for convoluted judgments is immeasurable. So we don't know how exactly the judges are going to play it out, whether they will do it out of their conscience, whether they will do it on the basis of the letter of the law, whether they will do it because their mother-in-laws have told them this, or whether they'll do it because the army has told them something. We don't know. So, it's a bit of a toss-up. It has nothing to do with law and constitution as we understand it. It has entirely to do with some other things which are uniquely Pakistani.
Well, Sushant Sareen, stay on with us. I want to bring in Mona Alam, a senior journalist from Pakistan who's joining us. Miss Alam, give us a sense of what's really going on. Hours before the Supreme Court deems Imran Khan's arrest illegal, frees him, says what happened to him was wrong. You had your own court reporters tweeting out exactly the sequence of events. Was this a fixed match? And if it was, what's the end game, ma'am?
It doesn't come as a surprise, because the Supreme Court has been giving decisions which were favoring Imran Khan earlier too. And Imran Khan has been favoured again by the Supreme Court. But I wouldn't say this is entirely a favour, for the fact that he was arrested in a rather crude and brute manner, which was extremely unnecessary given the fact that he is the ex-Prime Minister. And since Pakistan has had a track record of mistreating their civilian Prime Ministers, ex-Prime Ministers, especially when they're out of power, so Imran Khan was meted out the same kind of mistreatment. I thought it was extremely unnecessary, and upon the same grounds, the Supreme Court had thought that Imran Khan did not deserve this kind of a treatment, no matter how serious the cases were against him. There was a manner in which he may have been and he should have been treated, given the fact that he was an ex-Prime Minister. But he wasn't. He was rather subjected to a rather crude and brute behavior. He was manhandled, he was pushed upon, and a lot of things had happened as such. So I think this did create a good legal ground for Imran Khan to redeem himself, which has just happened. And now he'll present himself to the Islamabad High Court tomorrow. Let's see what happens there, because earlier it was the Islamabad High Court which had declared his arrest legal. And now the Supreme Court has rather overturned this Islamabad High Court judgment by...
But Ms. Mona Alam, I want to bring in my colleague Gaurav Sawant into this conversation as well, because sitting here, madam, it looks like the theatre of the absurd. Because with what's going on, the Supreme Court deems this illegal. Supreme Court frees him. Just hour before that, you have the Information Minister of Pakistan, Maryam Aurangzeb, coming out threatening the Supreme Court of Pakistan with arson and setting ablaze houses of judges if Imran Khan's released. Is your country actually looking at a judiciary versus executive face-off? Because it all has the makings of one, clearly.
That's exactly what's happening in Pakistan, Preeti. In fact, Chief Justice Umarata Bandyal was seen as a very dear friend of Imran Khan and has been extremely lenient towards Imran Khan. And Maryam Nawaz, the second in command in a way of Pakistan Muslim League, Nawaz, and daughter of former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, Maryam Nawaz has repeatedly hit out at the Supreme Court of Pakistan. In fact, even today, she said, I hope you're happy you've released a criminal who targeted the army. And Imran Khan supporters have targeted Pakistan army, and like how, the attack on the Corps Commander's house, the attack at the Miawali Air Base, all of these are virtually unprecedented. Yes, military dictators have been killed in Pakistan before. General Ziaul Haq was killed, and there was an attempt on Pervez Musharraf's life. But the manner in which Imran Khan supporters have gone after the Pakistan army The fact that even today, Imran Khan supporters were saying that in case Imran Khan is not released, there'll be multiple Bangladeshis that will be created inside Pakistan, just goes on to indicate how fissures in Pakistan have come to the fore. So you have Imran Khan and his party on one side, with the Chief Justice supporting him. Mona Alam can tell us better how many judges. I think Maryam Aurangzeb has given the number of 8, or Maryam Nawaz has given the number of 8 judges are pro Imran Khan, the others are independent. And the word that is being used for such judges is very unparliamentary in Pakistan. But be that as it may, Imran Khan now has been indicted in the Tosha Khana case. Imran Khan has more than 130 FIRs against him. So it's almost like Bakre ki amma kab tak khair manaegi. One case or the other, he will be holed up again. Or has he learnt his lesson? He will not present himself before any court next time, and he'll say video conferencing ke zariye karo, because I've burnt my fingers once with the judiciary. So now it remains to be seen whether Imran Khan comes out on top or the Pakistan army comes out on top, which has very clearly said May 9th was a black day in Pakistan's history. And going by Pakistan's history, nobody else except the army has ever come out on top.
So the army is not going to back down, but I just want to, bring in Mona Alam again into this conversation. Mona Alam, what's going on? Because like I said, sitting from here, it's a theatre of the absurd. You have the information minister actually threatening the Supreme Court with arson if they release Imran Khan, and they have.
Yes, obviously government's attitude and their threats to the Supreme Court, the highest court, apex court of Pakistan, are just as inappropriate. And they've been on record for having done this before as well. I mean, this is no manner. I do understand, obviously Imran Khan also did not do the right thing, and PTI did not do the right thing by attacking army installations. This may come up as a very serious case in future against the PTI. And PTI may also, just fall short of being banned as a political party, just owing to this case. It may be, termed as a high treason case against the party. This is extremely serious and far more damaging than any sort of corruption charges. But having said that, obviously the government too has not really, behaved as they should have behaved, especially when it comes to the Supreme Court of Pakistan. Earlier, the Supreme Court had ordered that elections be held in 2 provinces, especially in Punjab. Because it was the governor in Punjab which had agreed and upon the dissolution of assembly in Punjab. So this is why, the Supreme Court had indicated that as per the constitution, the elections should be held within 90 days. And then they had given a date for those elections.
Right.
The entire government, the entire parliament, which excludes the PTI, was defiant of that decision of Supreme Court. And they had clearly told the Supreme Court, without mincing any words, that they wouldn't obey their orders, come what may, and they're even ready to be disqualified if this is the cause that they may have to bear.
Hamza, that's the question, and I'll bring you and Sushant, Sareen and Gaurav into this. Anarchy on the streets, anarchy where the judiciary is concerned, because clearly the judiciary, there are fault lines there. In the army, there are fault lines. What's really going on?
See, what we basically are falling short on understanding is the fact that what the Supreme Court took into notice. Supreme Court would not have termed the arrest of Imran Khan illegal if it was done outside of the premises of Islamabad High Court. Because it was done inside the premises, so the procedure basically was brought into question, and that arrest was declared as illegal. And the matter, again, as per process, as per constitution, as per law, goes back to the High Court, because the cases against Imran Khan are being heard at the High Court and not at the Supreme Court. So, Hamza,
if the High Court now upholds its earlier order, Imran Khan can be arrested outside the courts?
No, Islamabad High Court would not hold its earlier order, because that case was a different one. That case was basically hearing the fact that if Imran Khan's arrest was legal or not. And that has already been settled. Imran Khan has other cases and different cases against him in the High Court. And even tomorrow when he appears before the High Court, he will be presenting himself in the case in which he was supposed to present himself 48 hours ago. So basically, we are back at 48 hours back.
Okay.
What has not been brought into consideration and at least under inquiry as well is what happened in these 48 hours, which institutions were attacked. That is a separate case that will be picked up, and on that regard, Imran Khan may find himself along with his party members and supporters in very, very hot waters, because what ISPR said, what tomorrow as we expect coming out of the National Security Committee, is something that is going to put the line straight as far as Imran Khan's position of anti-establishment is concerned. And that's going to be a separate thing, and that might bring Imran Khan into absolute hot waters. Right now, the only issue was the procedure of the arrest, where it was done, and it should not have been done there. And the orders of the court have come in that regard.
More hot water, one doesn't quite understand with what he says. He was beaten. He was not allowed to even go to the washroom for the last 48 hours. What would more mean? But Gaurav, my colleague has a question. Gaurav, go ahead.
So I want to understand both from Hamza and from, Mona Alam, what happens next in Pakistan? The fact that the Corps Commander's house has been targeted, the fact that GHQ gate number 4 was targeted, the fact that Pakistan Army has been called dogs on leash, American dogs on leash. Will the army let this pass? People are saying there'll be another Bangladesh that is created in Pakistan. The Pakistan army is behaving the way Tikka Khan behaved in East Pakistan. Mona, to you first. PTI women were assaulted and some have shown their injuries. Male policemen assaulted and molested them is the allegation. Will this be investigated? Will this be brushed under the carpet? And is it now an open war between PTI and Pakistan Army?
Well, Gaurav, I think obviously we cannot rule out the fact that government has extremely mishandled the entire situation. Had they handled it properly, all these 13 months, it wouldn't have boiled up to this level that it has now. And there's no wonder. I mean, there's been an immense crackdown on the PTI. This is similar to what I saw against the PMLN in 2018 when Nawaz Sharif was convicted. He was disqualified. He was disqualified from also holding his party chairmanship. So it's a very similar series of events. And almost everyone from the PMLN were put behind bars for one reason or the other. And it's very similar to what's being done to Imran Khan. First it was Imran Khan, and then it was followed by almost every member, every vocal member of the PTI, which included Asad Umar, Shah Mahmood, Fawad Chaudhry. The list is never ending.
If I may bring in Sushant Sareen. If Sushant Sareen is still with us, PMLN still came back and formed the government in Pakistan, of course, as part of PDM. But Sushant Sareen, is this endgame Imran Khan, especially after his direct attack on the Pakistan army, will they, if you go by history, like Nawaz Sharif, let him go abroad in exile and exile him? Will he be assassinated like, as some argue, or some fear in Pakistan, like Benazir Bhutto? Or will that legal course happen and like Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, he may be hanged? How do you see things pan out?
Gaurav, he could die a natural death also, can't he? So why are you ruling that?
Natural and inverted commas, Pakistan style.
Yeah, so it could be natural death. Look, if the past is any guide, then I think Imran Khan is history. He doesn't come back. If he was to come back, if for example, in this current fracas which we are seeing, where there are probably a lot of things which are happening beneath the surface, and what we are seeing on the surface is very different. But if, for example, by some miracle, Imran Khan comes out on top, then he is going to wreak havoc on Pakistan. It's very, very clear to me. He is going to put every single opponent of his in jail. He is going to play havoc in the army. He is going to sack the top general. He's going to do everything. We've seen his character, right? He's vacuous, but he's got low cunning. He's also very vicious and he's very vindictive. We've seen all of that. So if he comes back, then it's Imran Khan for at least 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, until the house starts collapsing once again because the economy is in trouble. And I don't think anybody is going to jump to Pakistan's assistance. And Imran Khan doesn't have any plan to pull Pakistan out of its assistance, out of the mess they are in, until and unless, of course, he has those silly dreams that overseas Pakistanis will pump in $200 billion into Pakistan. Now, those are pipe dreams. That's not going to happen. So, one is that. But otherwise, if history is any guide, then I don't see the Pakistan army as an institution forgiving Imran Khan for all that he has done. Nawaz Sharif and his party did not do even a fraction of what Imran Khan has done to these people. He has destroyed the houses of top generals. He has attacked, the ISI headquarters in various cities. They have defiled the memorials for soldiers. They've done everything possible that an enemy of the state would do. So I think in the book of the Pakistan Army, he is history. But just one clarification. I think everybody's jumping the gun on what Maryam Aurangzeb said. She's a woman who measures every word very carefully. What she said was not a threat to the judges. What she said was that if you condone the behavior of Imran Khan and his zombies, then and all the actions which they have done, then tomorrow the same kind of actions can happen against your houses. What are you going to do then? So it was as a way of showing a mirror to the judges that because your mother-in-law is telling you to go one way does not mean that you leave, take leave of your senses and you do not see the havoc that these guys are playing on the streets of Pakistan. I think it was a very, very salutary message that she was delivering. It fell on deaf ears. I'm not surprised. The other thing is that I think the PMLN, I think Mola Alam touched upon it. The PMLN way back, if I remember correctly, it was 1997, when they stormed the Supreme Court and the judges literally had to run for their life. Again, the judges were playing a very activist role at that point of time. But the PMLN has never been able to live down that action. It has always been pilloried on it, and it has that particular action of theirs has always been held against them, which is why they are being very, very careful in how they take on the judiciary this time. But if the water crosses the head, then I'm afraid they're going to hit back. And they will have the army supporting them.
Gaurav, Mona Alam wants to come in. Mona Alam, go ahead.
Mona, please do.
Yeah, thanks. Mr. Sareen is right. That had happened against the Court of Justice Sajjad Ali Shah when the PMLN had unleashed themselves upon the court. That's correct. But you see, nobody is vindictive here in Pakistan. They promised that they'll be once they're back in power. I mean, Nawaz Sharif had promised that once he's back in power, he's going to teach the generals a lesson. He had raised the slogan of vote ko izzat do and of that of civilian supremacy. But now that he's back in power, I mean, he's very, very far from doing all that. Even the same general, the former army chief, General Bajwa, against whom it was Nawaz Sharif who was the first one to raise alarms and raise small flags. The same Nawaz Sharif doesn't even talk of him and doesn't even mention his name in any kind of criticism that he may do. So,
but Mona, the situation right now, but the situation right now, especially after the Corps Commander's house was set on fire and ISI headquarters in Appara was targeted, or GHQ gate number 4 was attacked, and the way army is being abused, you think the army will take it lying down? Will the army actually end up being like home guard of Pakistan, subservient to Imran Khan? Will they permit Imran Khan to rule the roost, especially after he's called General Nasir, Faisal, Dirty
Gaurav, you're having a bit of a problem with your audio. Would you correct your audio line? But Mona Alam, you got the question primarily. Will the Pakistan army just take it all lying down, especially what the, Pakistan army stands for, where Pakistan is concerned?
I'll respond to it by posing a question. I mean, all of us should ponder upon it, and I've asked some of the retired army generals and army officers on my show too, as to why were these Corps Commander houses and all these army installations unprotected? How could those protesters reach at that point and could, barge into their homes, set their homes on fire? How could that happen? I mean, these places are supposed to be the most protective places, the most protected places. Where was that layer of the army protection or their internal protection, which is generally there? I mean, we normally...
Mona, are you saying they were given free passage? Are you saying arsonists and vandals were given free passage, that it was all staged?
Look, it is not staged. This was definitely a strategy by the PTI, but I am saying that the resistance that they should have received was not received by Pakistan Army. And this is a very serious question. A lot of people, a lot of commentators from the army themselves are saying that within the army, this is a very serious discussion ongoing, that they need to really probe this in a very serious and rigid
Sushant Sareen is shaking his head. Sushant Sareen, you have something to add? We'll also bring in Hamza and Gaurav back into this conversation.
No, so what Mona is saying, that's the kind of, questions a lot of people are asking. But then they should ask themselves the other questions as well. How would the army have resisted? The army knows only one way of resisting. They would fire into the crowds, right? And if they had fired into the crowds and they had killed 20, 30, 40, 50 people, what would have been the impact of an action like that? Then the same people who are questioning why the army did not act would have said that the army has overreacted. So I think it was, once this kind of mob thing started, I think it was a considered decision to not fire. Let these guys do what they are doing, and try and stop it if you can. But if you can't, then let them, take out vent their rage, and then use it to justify the action when you start taking it. Now, you could question whether that's the right strategy. That's not the right strategy. But the real question to be asked is, why should, if there is a decision which the government has taken to arrest a man, and is Imran the first guy to be arrested? What gives him and his followers the right to set the whole place on fire because the man has been arrested? Look at what Imran Khan did. Every single top leader from the opposition party, Nawaz League, was arrested and put into jail. Do you remember what Imran Khan used to say when he was in the United States? That I will go back, and he's such a small, petty man. I will go back and I will withdraw the air conditioner from Nawaz Sharif's room and I will make him sweat. Is this a prime minister? So if he's being given the treatment now, it's a well-deserved treatment he is getting. For these guys to have this sense of entitlement that you can't touch Imran Khan. Why? He has his hand in the till.
Right.
All the cases against him are compelling cases. Those are slam dunk cases.
But what now? What next, Sushant Sareen? I'll bring in Gaurav into this conversation. Hamza, history stands testimony. Okay, we don't have Gaurav, but history stands testimony, Hamza, that the Pakistan army would not take it just lying down. What do you think would be the next course of action?
Well, exactly. The army is not going to take it lying down. They are not going to ignore it. Their statement was very, very clear. They said that they hold the right to respond, and they hold the right to respond in any possible way they deemed fit if such actions are continued. But it is a fact that the actions taken were targeted at military installations, and military does not respond appropriately on that. Then their sanctity is going to come under question. So, as I was mentioning before, these all cases are going to be taken up through the establishment and the government, and military cases, or as I say, terrorism cases are going to be staged and lodged against the PTI operatives, against their leadership, and in the same regard against probably even Imran Khan, because Imran Khan's statement are there for the record, in which he has been actually name-calling establishment people, intelligence senior serving officials, in which ISPR has been compelled to respond. So I don't think the road ahead for Imran Khan is going to be any easy. For the moment, this is a small relief that he has gotten, only for the fact that he happened to have been arrested from a premises where he was not supposed to be arrested. Otherwise, the cases are still there, and the cases are serious. Be it Tosha Khana, be it the Al Qadir Trust case, or be it even for that matter now the fresh cases that are going to come up after tomorrow's decision at the National Security Committee. And all of these are going to be very serious. So I don't think Imran Khan is going to have easy roads ahead.
So are we going to see, because he's out in this particular case, but like we pointed out, over 140 or 150 active cases against him, some from terrorism to even blasphemy. But Mona Alam, do you see an arrest imminent where Imran Khan is concerned on another case soon?
It is very probable. I wouldn't rule this possibility out. It is very probable, and it may just happen, because yes, there are scores of cases against him. Many of them are politically motivated, but some are very genuine cases. Sushant Saab spoke of, how Imran Khan had given the statements against then opposition leaders like Nawaz Sharif and others while he was the Prime Minister. That's true. That was very unbecoming of him. But you see, we need to get out of this political rut. When, one is in power and the other is in opposition, so the one in opposition is always under scrutiny. And then when that person returns to power, he comes up with vengeance and he wants to take revenge of whatever that he had gone through. There has to be an end to this circle and this vicious cycle. I mean, this is why the political systems in Pakistan do not evolve. And at least I expected that out of all the maturity that Nawaz Sharif has had, especially after his ouster in 2017, that he would not be vindictive. He would be the last person to be vindictive. even Shehbaz Sharif, the present-day Prime Minister, had promised that he wouldn't be so. I wonder if it is only them, or if they're being propped up by the establishment to undertake a political vengeance and a political journey of vengeance against Imran Khan. But nonetheless, two wrongs will never make a right.
But Gaurav, too much water under the bridge now. Imran Khan's back to the wall. What are the options that lie in front of him?
So Imran Khan will be in the doghouse, if I may, for quite some time for the violence, vandalism and arson that's taken place against the Pakistan army and the Pakistani state in the past 48 hours. Point one. Point two, Imran Khan was screaming for elections to be held in the Punjab province on the 15th of May. That clearly will not happen, not on the 15th of May. How vociferously can he ask for elections right now in the Punjab province and in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa remains to be seen. Will elections be held in October, or will the situation in the country continue to deteriorate? And will Imran Khan now face very serious charges of treason for targeting of Pakistan army? These are some very, very major charges that Imran Khan will have to perhaps contend with. And how long can his friend Chief Justice Bandeyal and brother judges defend Imran Khan when the state comes after Imran Khan with all the evidence that Shehbaz Sharif claims the state has? That's point one. Point two, with the Pakistan army, Preeti, saying what happened on the 9th of May was actually a black day in Pakistan's history.
All right, Kamar Chima joins us live. Kamar Chima, appreciate you joining us, but where do you see now, especially where the Pakistan army is concerned, not going to take it lying down? What are the options? How do you say things play out in the next few days?
I think there are many people who are just enjoying as if Imran Khan has been released. There is nothing like this. The first thing is that the Supreme Court of Pakistan has just questioned the style and the premises of the arrest of Imran Khan. So the premises of the arrest was the Islamabad High Court, and the Supreme Court is saying that you cannot arrest someone from the courts. That is a fundamental question or a legal question that was raised in the Supreme Court. One thing. The second thing is that the Supreme Court has not allowed the Imran Khan that he can go home. He is going to the police line, so it means he is into the custody of the Supreme Court right now. So they have sent into the Islamabad to the police lines, and from there he will be produced into the Islamabad High Court tomorrow. Now this is first thing. Now remember, the Islamabad High Court, he will not be arrested from there. He can be arrested from outside the premises. So the question is, the Islamabad High Court already told that the arrest of the Imran Khan was legal. So the day Imran Khan was arrested, and the National Accountability Bureau, which is run by a retired three-star general, Lieutenant General Nazir Ahmed Butt, he issued the arrest warrant of Imran Khan, to whom the Islamabad High Court called legal. Correct. So there is a likely probability that Islamabad High Court may constitute a new bench, and after the new bench emerges, then they will listen that we should arrest Imran Khan.
Can we quickly try and understand from you, in your opinion, and is this endgame Imran Khan, or can Imran Khan emerge on top despite these attacks that have taken place on the Corps Commander's residence and Radio Pakistan and Miawali Air Base?
I don't find that Imran Khan will be released very soon. This is not something which is visible. So the only thing is that he will be arrested tomorrow. And there are two things which Supreme Court has done. One, Supreme Court has given a little relief to the supporters of Imran Khan, because Imran Khan supporters believe that the Supreme Court is friendly with the PTI and Imran Khan's politics. One thing. The second, the families of the Imran Khan, even the Supreme Court judges, they are very they like Imran Khan and his politics, and we have seen many instances in the past. So the third thing is that the Supreme Court in fact favored the government, because the protests were not ending in Peshawar and other parts of the Punjab. So when the Supreme Court asked the government to produce Imran Khan, so immediately the protest got ended in the entire country. So while the Supreme Court has asked that produce him tomorrow, so I think the Supreme Court has played a legal game in that he basically gave a space to the protesters and to the government to find a way in between.
Will Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf survive as a party? given all these incidents that have taken place? Shah Mahmood Qureshi arrested, Fawad Hussain Chaudhary arrested, Imran Khan already in custody. Is there a likelihood that PTI could face headwinds in the weeks ahead?
They will definitely survive. The only thing is that I think the military establishment wants to tone down their rhetoric and wants them to be to respect to come in line as far as the situation is concerned. It's not that the government or the military wants to disband the party or they want to eliminate the entire party structure. This is not the situation. The only thing is that they're asking them to lower down your rhetoric. Go for the general elections when the time comes, and stop protesting and creating chaos, because we are going through a lot of political uncertainty and financial uncertainty.
You know, I'm going to quickly end this bulletin. That's all the time that we have for. But Gaurav, I'm going to bring you in. So net, with what has gone down in the last couple of hours, short reprieve, where does the army stand? Big question mark.
So this is the first time that the Pakistan army has faced defeat in their own country. Pakistan army has lost every war it fought, whether it was 1947-48 for Kashmir, or 1965 or 1971, or Siachen or Kargil, or even the terrorists that they sent out both in Afghanistan and in Jammu and Kashmir. Pakistan army lost every war outside. This time they've also lost a war against their own people. They may have lost a battle. Will they lose the war remains to be seen. If Imran Khan comes out on top, then Pakistan army has lost, and they'll then be perhaps be like home guard of Pakistan.
All right. With that, what we're going to do is we're going to close the bulletin. Appreciate you joining us, but our coverage continues on the other side. A quick break. Do stay with us.
You are watching India Today.
India's #1 reporters in the battlefield from India Today's Double Engine.
So you're saying that in Karnataka you cannot do Hindu-Muslim politics?
Are things getting better around here? Are they getting worse?
To Karnataka's finest reporting team.
What do you wish for the state of Karnataka?
Shettar also has an option.
Mallikarjun Kharge. Reservation has been a hot topic.
Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. Roadshow is a mega hit.
And India's leading national reporters.
How are you looking at politics in Karnataka?
Less polarization, more infrastructure.
Unsparing, unmatched, unrivaled coverage. India Today with Karnataka for Karnataka.
Imran's supporters are angry because they believe the army has failed to keep the nation's dignity intact. And now they have taken it upon themselves to punish the army. This is an army barrack in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa which the angry protesters have now brought down. Angry mobs are now attacking the very foundation of Pakistan. The crowds are openly assaulting the soldiers. Gone is the fear of the army. The army, which once used to rule Pakistan with iron fists, is now facing the wrath of common people. Stones are being pelted on army convoys. Abuses are being hurled at soldiers. The mobs did not stop there. The house of the Army General Faisal Nasir, who is accused of attempting to kill Imran twice, was set on fire. In Sargodha city, a monument of former army veterans was demolished by angry mobs. The unrest has also exposed the inner rift within the Pakistan army. A video of Jawans being instigated to revolt against their generals has gone viral on social media.
भाई अपनी नस्लों को क्यों खराब कर रहे हो? तुम्हारी नस्लों के लिए लड़ रहे हैं, वो तुम्हारी नस्ल के लिए लड़ रहे हैं। तुम लोग को शहीद करवा रहे हैं वो लोग, खुद ऊपर बैठे हैं सारे, खुद ऊपर है, तुम शहीद होते हो, बॉर्डरों पे तुम शहीद हो रहे हो, वो नहीं हो रहे, उनके बच्चे मुल्कों से बाहर पड़ रहे, तुम्हारे बच्चे बर्बाद होंगे.
It used to be said Pakistan is run by the 3 A's: Allah, Army and America. Today the army is at the receiving end of public anger. Imran's arrest has created history in Pakistan. Will Pakistan be freed from the shackles of its army? Bureau Report, India Today.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
Is the largest domestic stock market player, reportedly with enough clout to set the direction on Dalal Street, and also a white knight to several listed companies in trouble. Life Insurance Corporation of India, or LIC as it is better known as, holds shares of more than 10 lakh crore rupees, making it the kingmaker of the Indian stock markets. In the spotlight recently, due to its investments in Adani Group companies, LIC has more than made up for the losses in the Jan to March quarter. There are at least 10 companies which have given a return of more than 20% in the first 5 months of this year. Topping the list is RVNL with a spectacular 87% return. Kirloskar Electric, Aurobindo Pharma and Glenmark Pharma make up the top 4 stocks. These are followed by Siemens, Tata Motors, ITC and Responsible Industries. For LIC, the gain in ITC is especially gratifying given it holds more than 15% in the conglomerate. A report by Prime Infobase lists out the biggest holdings of LIC as on 31st March of this year. Topping the list is Reliance Industries, in which the state-owned life insurer owned stake worth more than 1 lakh crore rupees. ITC was second, followed by Tata Group flagship TCS. Infosys and State Bank of India completed the top 5 list. What's also important to note